Hi guys, I'm Christopher Dela Cruz. I'm a certified life coach and welcome to my channel. I am a life coach. I am here to offer some tips, some tricks, some little fun exercises to ultimately help you live the more authentic, fulfilling, happy life that you deserve. We all are living a life that either we're super happy about or just super okay about. But the one thing I'm here to help you with is get out of that and really appreciate the things that you currently have and how we can build on that to be the life that you want to live. Ultimately, as a life coach, people come to me because they're not hitting their goals. They are either overwhelmed or they're stressed and / have a lot of anxiety built up within them because they feel like they are stuck in a rut. Does that sound like you? That sure as heck was me for quite a while. And one of the things that I wish I had was a life coach to kind of guide me through those situations that I just had to figure out myself. So I'm here not only with life experience, but I'm here to help you get out of that rut and really live that most authentic, true life. So let's start off with the first exercise, and that is going to be boom with one, writing out your goals for the year, both short-term and long-term. Think about what you want to get accomplished this week, this month, and think about what you want to get accomplished in this year. The one thing I realized was instead of having these dreams of like 5, 10, 15-year goals, which is not bad, it's great to have those, but it's always good to have realistic, shorter goals, right? What can you get accomplished this year realistically? What can you get accomplished this week? Is it, okay, I am going to clean the house this week, and that is a goal. Let's start off simple, right? Let's clean the house this week. That's one goal. Let's make sure I finish my taxes. It is tax season. Let's finish my taxes. That could be a goal. Another goal could be doing laundry. Keep it simple. Don't think too hard about it. Or another one could be clearing out your car, cleaning that out. Sometimes we have some trash hidden under the seats. That could be a goal. Long-term goals could be, let's say, paying off a credit card, right? That could be whether it's 6 months or a year from now. Another long-term goal could be having, let's say, X amount of money in your savings account. Think about what those goals are and think about what you realistically can do. The one thing that I find my clients doing is setting goals that are unachievable. So usually that sets them up for a lot of failure or making them feel like failures. Where in reality, the goal wasn't bad. The goal wasn't so terrible. They were able to hit the goal, but it wasn't in a realistic timeline. So I challenge you to write out some goals. So let's do 3 short-term and do 3 long-term. Start off with that and see how that kind of works out, right? So for the 3 short-term, I challenge you this week to write those goals out and see if you could get that accomplished this week. For the long-term goals, I challenge you to write those out literally with a pen and a paper, whether it's on a sticky note or something. Write it out, because when you write it out, you're bringing it to life. There's nothing more true than really putting something into the universe, right? So write that out, have it on your office wall, on your, mirror in the bathroom, but have it somewhere where you'll always have that constant reminder. We'll tap into those long-term goals in another episode, but I want you to have those goals because once you start bringing it to life, that is the challenge. That's where the challenge starts. Now, 2, what are you overwhelmed with? I can say we are all overwhelmed with something, whether it's bills, whether it's debt, whether it is a toxic world we're surrounding ourselves in. We're overwhelmed by the commitments that we have put ourselves into. We're overwhelmed by responsibilities that we feel like we have to do. Write a list out about what overwhelms you. Because until you write that out and visually see what that looks like, you could kind of just think about it, but you won't be able to realistically see it. And you might surprise yourself. There might be a lot of things. That list could be as small as 5 items. That list could be as long as 20. Write them all out. I want you to really put that on paper and see what is overwhelming you. Because sometimes what's overwhelming you isn't making you happy. And what isn't making you happy is because you're doing something that isn't making you happy, but someone else happy. Think about that. How many things have you done or are you currently doing that is for someone else's happiness and not yours, or doesn't benefit, their happiness doesn't benefit you? Think about it. I challenge you, because that is probably also what's overwhelming you. And that also potentially could be the realities of maybe you're seeing friends and family be more successful, that's moving forward in their life, and you feel like you're stuck in this world in the past, and they've moved on. Right? Every little thing that's bothering you, because those are all things that are contributing to what is overwhelming you and feeling like a tiny person. So 3, now that you have your goals and you have what's overwhelming you and visually in front of you, you'll probably realize that that is what's stressing you out. That is what is giving you a lot of anxiety. So me, as a life coach, I am going to challenge you throughout this whole process to, 1, I'm going to challenge you to really hit those goals. And every week we'll keep adding to those short-term goals, because as you get those accomplished, then you will really feel good. And every time you accomplish something, I will tell you, reward yourself. Whether it's a ice cream, or that is going out and buying a brand new t-shirt for yourself, or rewarding yourself and turning off your phone for a day, going completely out into the world, aka maybe a hike, and just disconnect from technology. Reward yourself. You all deserve it. If you accomplish something, you deserve something. Think about it. And for those things that are overwhelming you, the one thing I challenge you, at least this week, is prioritize and figure out what you actually have to do of what those things are that are overwhelming you. What are things that you can't change? And what are things that you know you can change and you just chose to stick with it? Right? Are there friendships that are just overwhelming you because they just complain all the time? You have the choice to remove yourself from that friendship, that relationship. You don't have to commit to that. Is it, I don't know, are you overwhelmed because you feel like you always have to say yes to your family? Because it's family and you always have to say yes, and that's starting to build up, and you're feeling overwhelmed and you can't get things done that you want to do for your life. It's okay to say no. So start to differentiate the different things that are overwhelming you, and where we can find opportunities to really break it down, so that the things that are overwhelming us are no longer a hindrance to us, but a benefit to our lives. And then that's really going to be my challenge for you for the week. I don't want to start off too crazy big. I don't want to go dive deep into some craziness of like life coaching, because quite frankly, there's so many ways we can go take this. But I do appreciate you all joining me really on this journey as a life coach, as for me to offer you some advice as a life coach. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to guide you and join you on this journey. I appreciate you taking the time and listening to me and my super excited self. And I really hope you do subscribe and tune in to more of my videos, because there's a ton of things that I have to share. And just to give you a little bit of background, as a life coach, not only do I do general life coaching, I do life purpose, I do happiness, I do professional life coaching. So there's a lot to talk about and a lot to dive deep into, but I do appreciate you joining me today. And well, stay tuned for next week. We're going to dive deep into those goals. We're going to dive deep into what's overwhelming us and how we can start reducing that stress and anxiety. But the first step, get a pen and paper, write things out. Write out what you want to be done, what type of life you also want to live. Once you start putting in the universe, you can't take it back. So again, thank you everybody. Stay tuned for more and see you later.